a few moments ago. Senator Booker represents the mainstream of the Democratic Party's foreign policy establishment, who strongly believes that it is a bipartisan duty of the United States to defend our allies against this regime, to stop Iran from becoming a nuclear power, and most importantly, to bring freedom and dignity to the people of Iran. Senator, we welcome you. We're honored by your presence as a senior leader of the Foreign Relations Committee and as a leading member of the U.S. Senate. Thank you.
All right. Listen, I usually get such warm greetings, but that introduction, unbelievable, got me so excited I almost grew hair. Look, I'm here because of deep friendships. I look around here and I see people who are no longer friends. They're really like brothers and sisters of mine. Everywhere I go around this country, I meet people, Iranian Americans, who stand strong with American values and principles and know that something that Martin Luther King said is so true, that we are all caught in an inescapable network of mutuality. We're tied in a common garment of destiny, that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. What the Iranian people are suffering under, an unjust regime that conducts horrific violence against its own people, that violates human rights and civil rights, that tortures and kills and abducts people within their own country. That is not just an Iranian problem, that is an American problem. And we know, as Iran is the #1 exporter of global terrorism and violence and killing, that they export anti-democratic, vicious ideals, that we are not safe, that our cause is the Iranian people's cause, that injustice in that country upsets the global order. And this is no secret. I've sat with countries around the globe, from the African continent to Europe, and especially in the Middle East, who point to the most destabilizing actor in the Middle East. The real threat to the thriving of the Middle Eastern community is Iran. We have an urgent obligation now to stand together, not just as Americans, but stand together with global allies in making sure that this regime's suppression of its own people comes to an end. That we And so I am excited because my brothers and sisters who are in this room, the folks who have helped me and my office in so many ways, make sure that not just in the Democratic Party, but in the United States Senate, in a bipartisan way, we stand with the people of Iran. We stand with the ideals of justice. I'm so excited that I am a co-sponsor of Senate Resolution 599, introduced by Senator Tillis and Senator Shaheen. There is no separation between the parties when it comes to standing for justice for the Iranian people. And the protection of the Iranian diaspora in places like Albania. We must do everything for those folks who are taking refuge in Ashraf 3. They're deserving of their fundamental rights, and we must work together to ensure that they are upheld, that they are respected, and that we share common cause. Now, I was excited to hear the ambassador. I was excited to come in here and immediately hear one of the greatest threats to our planet right now involves Iran's efforts to get a nuclear weapon. We must prevent Iran from developing a nuclear weapon. It could destabilize the global order and create untold crisis. We must do everything to counter Iran's efforts using the funding of terrorists and their regional proxies that are upending peace and justice. We must work together to do everything we can to support the bravery and the resolve of Iranian men and women and children who stand up, who protest, who speak out, who have the courage to take to the streets in their nonviolent efforts for freedom, who've risked their safety. We must say unequivocally that we stand with them against the unchained oppression that they face. So, my brothers and my sisters, my friends in this room, I see the spirit rising across the world. I see more and more people understanding that we all share common cause when it comes to the oppression of the regime in Iran right now. I see more and more change happening around our planet, giving us more strength to our mission, more strength to our cause. We all in this world believe in peace. We all in this world believe in justice. But let me end with something a little deeper. I love the world's religions. I was just with a Sikh American in my office. I love Hinduism. I could go through the faiths that have helped me become a more deeply faithful person. But what I'm excited about is that I share a faith with many people in this room, which is being one of the three Abrahamic faiths. Really, this idea that Abraham, the father of three of our major world religions, believed deeply in certain ideals. Now, the story of Abraham welcoming strangers in the desert who then revealed themselves to be angels, I love that Abraham invited these strangers into his tent and showed them kindness and decency. I love that because that's what I get from the Iranian American community. People who have welcomed me with such love, such open heart, such abundance of goodwill. But what's even more important in that story is at the end of it, those angels say that we're going to go out and destroy a city. And does Abraham just say, that's okay, go ahead? No, Abraham argues with angels of God, argues with messengers of God for the ideal of justice. Well, the God of mercy, show mercy. These are the fundamental human values of humanity. That even though Abraham didn't live in that city that was going to be destroyed, didn't have family there, that he would stand up to fight for other people because of that common ideal. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. I always tell people, before you tell me about your religion, first show it to me in how you treat other people. This is, for me, the greatest expression of our common faiths. Not by what we say or how we pray, but by what we do and how we stand up for other people. As long as I'm a United States Senator and beyond, as long as I have breath in my body, I will stand with the Iranian people against repression and injustice, because my cause and their cause are the same. Thank you.